What's going on, guys? Bretto live back with another video, and welcome to the Week in Review episode 231. This is where we go over Raw and SmackDown in a WWE action figure setup style. We're going to start off with Monday Night Raw. About halfway through the video, we're going to be jumping into SmackDown, so if you want to skip to SmackDown, feel free to do so. But let's jump into this really decent episode of Monday Night Raw. He opened with absolute chaos. Cody Rhodes comes out. He gets interrupted by the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day think they're going to do a 3-on-1 attack, but here comes Jey Uso. Jey Uso backs up Cody Rhodes, and then the Judgment Day is like, okay, it's still 2-on-3. Let's jump in the ring and beat them up. Here comes Kevin Owens. Here comes Sami Zayn. Little 4-on-3. The Judgment Day doesn't decide to come into the ring, but then JD McDonough comes out to back up the Judgment Day with solid steel chairs. JD McDonough changes their minds, especially Finn Balor and Dominic. They all run down with the steel chairs, and then they try to beat down on Cody, Jay, Kevin, and Sammy. Doesn't work out here. And then Damian Priest is the ultimate one that got the main beating. Damian Priest got a 4-on-1 beatdown, and he was not happy with JD McDonough. Even though JD McDonough countless times has helped the Judgment Day retain championships, win in beatdowns, and Damian Priest was not happy with JD. Oh my goodness, you should have seen the backstage segment. Damian Priest was literally about to tear his head off. It was a solid way to open up the show. We opened up the show with chaos, and we ended the show with absolute chaos. Opening match of the night, it was Otis versus Bronson Reed, or should I say Mars versus Earth. This was a planet match. Both of these men are absolute planets colliding in the ring. This match was awesome. It was a monster match. They were bashing into each other. Even at one point, Bronson Reed picked up Otis. I swear Otis did the same thing to him. Caterpillars. It was great. Maxine was on ringside, of course, supporting Otis, but in the end, Bronson Reed was too much for Otis. He hit the tsunami splash off the top rope to pick up the victory in an absolute insane big man classic. I really enjoyed this match, and so did the crowd. Tommaso Ciampa got a chance to fight the slimy Ludwig Kaiser. Giovanni Vinci was on ringside to support Ludwig Kaiser, but it didn't really work out for Ludwig Kaiser because Giovanni Vinci got kicked right in the face by Tommaso Ciampa. He landed in the ring, distracted the referee, while Ludwig Kaiser literally got a 3 count on Tommaso Ciampa. Ludwig was not happy with Giovanni Vinci, kicked him out of the ring. His own partner, he kicked out of the ring, and then Ciampa was able to take advantage. Wicked knee right to the freaking face. And Ciampa, after this match, thinks he deserves a match up against the Ring General, the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time, Gunther, and I think that would be an instant classic. We're going to be getting this match in the future. Ciampa, Gunther, I am really freaking excited for it. Do I think Ciampa picks up the dub? No. I think they're going to do an angle with him and Gargano being a tag team after Gargano returns. Who do you guys think is going to dethrone this man down in the comments down below? Please let me know, because the list is getting slimmer and slimmer every week. Tegan Nox got a chance to battle Natalya one-on-one because Natalya wanted a rematch up against Becky Lynch for the NXT Women's Championship because she fought Becky Lynch last week in that open challenge response. Tegan Nox didn't respond, so Becky Lynch had to set her straight. Becky Lynch is like, if you want an opportunity, you gotta freaking take it. You gotta take the opportunities while they're there. She lit a fire in Tegan Nox. Tegan Nox went into this matchup against Natalya. She won with the shiniest wizard to the face of Natalya, and Becky Lynch said, hey, if I knock off Tiffany Stratton at No Mercy in that no DQ match, then you're next in line, Tegan Nox. So Tegan Nox is shooting for that NXT championship, and I love how they're giving this young talent a freaking look at the title instead of a person like Natalya, who doesn't freaking deserve it, in my opinion. Seth Rollins gave Shinsuke Nakamura one more opportunity to respond to his World Championship match. Seth Rollins is giving away a free World Championship match, and Shinsuke Nakamura took a long time to respond. He popped up one of his little promo videos on the Titantron, which I'm not gonna lie, I've been liking his promo videos because it's a good way for Shinsuke Nakamura to, translate his language on the screen. Nakamura doesn't speak fluent English, we all know that, so for him to do these promo videos and have it translated on the screen, it really can tell the story better. Shinsuke Nakamura wasn't the best at telling stories, in my opinion, when he didn't have these promo videos, but now, it's making more sense. I'm actually understanding him. Shinsuke Nakamura set out the challenge for a last man standing match up against Seth Rollins at Fastlane for the World Championship, and that lit a fire in Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is like, last man standing, let's freaking go! Seth Rollins is hyped. Nakamura is, I would assume, also hyped. This is going to be a great match. Do I think Nakamura dethrones Seth? Nope. I think Seth loses that title up against Cody Rhodes eventually. Unless Cody gets traded to SmackDown. I don't know. But this was a solid little promo here. Nakamura did not come out. He only was on the Titantron. Match of the night, no doubt about it. It was the debut on the main roster of Dragon Lee. Yes, I do know that is Sin Cara, but Dragon Lee did go one-on-one with Dominic Mysterio for the North American Championship. Dragon Lee looks amazing. Oh my goodness, that dude is so fluent in his moves. No wasted motion. In the end, Dominic did take advantage of Dragon Lee on the top rope. He tripped him up. He landed crotch first on the top rope, and then Dominic was able to hit a picture perfect, not gonna lie, it was pretty picture perfect, frog splash off the top to retain his North American Championship over Dragon Lee. Once again, amazing match. I want to see more from Dragon Lee on the main roster. Hopefully he debuts soon, like fully on the main roster. I still think he's going to be down in NXT, but this was still really freaking good. Zoe Stark, yes, I do realize that is Emma, but Zoe Stark, she wanted a match up against Nia Jax while Nia Jax was being interviewed in the center of the ring by Michael Cole. She got her match up against Nia Jax. It was all right. Not my favorite match of the night. Nia Jax was with a little squash. She did a little bonsai drop type maneuver in the corner on Zoe Stark, and she picked up the victory. I'm not a big fan of Nia Jax. I just want her to lose to Rhea Ripley and Rhea Ripley to pick her up and slam her down. I think that would be so freaking awesome to see. It was an episode of Miz TV with special guest Drew McIntyre, of course. Miz calling out Drew for not helping out Jey Uso last week, and then Drew and Miz get interrupted by the New Day. The New Day come out and they start bashing Drew McIntyre, and then Drew just kept saying, "Shut up, Miz," and I loved that. That kept me cracking up during this entire promo. That was the best part about the promo. Big D jokes couldn't even touch the "Shut up, Miz." Like, literally, that was the funniest part about this promo. It led to a match between Drew McIntyre and Kofi Kingston one-on-one. Pretty solid match. I loved the reverse Alabama slam on the outside of the ring on the apron. I thought that was so freaking sick. Mid-match, Ivar runs out. He starts beating up Xavier Woods, distracts Kofi Kingston, allows for Drew McIntyre to hit the Claymore kick on Kofi Kingston. And then Drew McIntyre picks up the victory, 1, 2, 3. And then after the match, Ivar just starts beating up on the New Day. He takes out Woods, and then he absolutely decimates Kofi Kingston. And then Drew McIntyre is just walking away. Just like he did with Jey Uso. He's just walking away. That's none of his business. He's out of there, bro. Slowly turning Drew heel. I love it. So freaking awesome. But yeah, the New Day got squashed by Ivar. As far as all this goes, though, I enjoyed the Miz TV, and I enjoyed this match. It was great. It was a World Tag Team Championship match in the main event. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn looked to gain back their World Tag Team Championships up against the Judgment Day's Finn Balor and Damian Priest. This match was freaking lit. Not gonna lie, I loved this match. We did have Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes come out multiple times, and it ended in an all-out brawl. As far as the match, though, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens had this won. They had it won. Kevin, stunner to Balor. Sami, Halula kick to Priest. But then that darn J.D. McDonough hits the tag team title belt right over the head of Sami Zayn after he delivers the Halula kick. And then Damian Priest was able to pin Sami Zayn, making up for the mistake that J.D. McDonough did in the beginning of the show by attacking a 4-on-3 action. But, oh my gosh, I really thought after Sami Zayn hit that Halula kick, I'm like, it's over. Oh my god, we're going to have new champs again. They're going to win the titles back. But then, J.D. McDonough with the title. I'm like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. I was actually a little disappointed here. But it was a great way to end the show. It had me thinking that Sami and Kevin were going to retain. And then it ended in an all-out battle. Kevin with a stunner to Dom. It was just an all-out freaking brawl. Just like they began the show, they ended the show the same way. I wish it could continue past 10, dude. Like, I wish they weren't, like, on a set time schedule. Like, 10 o'clock it ends. Like, bro, they were still brawling, and then they ended the show. I'm like, no, I wanted to see the rest of the brawl. That was Monday Night Raw in a WWE action figure setup style. Those were my thoughts. Raw this week I thought was really decent. I pleasantly enjoyed the show. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. Jumping into the blue brand SmackDown. Yes, they were in Sacramento, California. California is getting a lot of shows this week, dude, for real. I mean, good for Cali, but dang, bring some to Chicago, man. Share the love a little bit. But California is a pretty big state, so it is understandable. We open up the show with Jimmy Uso, Solo Sikoa, and Paul Heyman. Some of the bloodline, they all come out. They acknowledge the tribal chief Roman Reigns, and then they get interrupted by Carl Anderson. Of course, Carl Anderson, little peed off because AJ Styles is injured now because he got involved in bloodline business like he told him not to do. Carl Anderson's like, now you guys are OC business. So Carl Anderson tried to get Jimmy Uso. He had a one-on-one match with him. It didn't really go his way. Solo Sikoa did distract Carl Anderson in order for Jimmy Uso to pick up the victory with the frog splash off the top rope. But yes, we did see Carl Anderson's wicked spinebuster, which I love. I think he's one of the best at the spinebuster for real. Celebrate open up the show, though, just showing how the bloodline is strong right now, even though it's slim in numbers.
I almost forgot to mention the slap from Michin Mia Yim to Jimmy Uso after the match. Ooh! Chef's kiss. That was awesome.
It was an episode of the Grayson Waller effect. Bobby Lashley looked to get the Grayson Waller robe in his little Miz TV-esque promo. Wasn't bad. Grayson Waller, of course, pointed out how Bobby Lashley dissed the Street Profits last week, left him high and dry, and Bobby Lashley's like, yeah, I'm done with them. Until they can prove themselves, I'm done with the Street Profits. I was wrong. Street Profits come out, and Bobby Lashley's like, prove it to me. And later in the night, the Street Profits do reappear. I'll have to tell you how they proved themselves to Bobby Lashley. I don't know how I feel about it yet, but I will talk about it. As far as the Grayson Waller effect, kind of boring. Right after the Grayson Waller effect, Austin Theory came out. He greeted his buddy and his tag team partner in crime, Grayson Waller. I do find those two great as a tag team. I'm not going to lie. Theory and Waller, I think they're both very similar attitudes and characters. I think they just work together. Austin Theory had a one-on-one match up against Cameron Grimes, and this was a short but sweet match. It was really decent. Cameron Grimes had a bunch of cool maneuvers in. Austin Theory eventually coming out on top. Austin Theory looks shredded out there. Oh my God, like, dude is a specimen. Like, literally, people don't talk about how jacked Theory is. My goodness, man. People always talk about Lashley, but bro, have you seen Theory? Dude is crazy. He hit the A-Town down to pick up the victory over Cameron Grimes, and Austin Theory looking pretty good here. Match of the night, no doubt about it. Rey Mysterio went one-on-one with Santos Escobar, protege versus teacher. This was an awesome match. Two members of the LWO going at it. Selena Vega, mad props to her. She was on ringside, and you could just look at her all the time during the match, and she was just torn right in half who she was rooting for. It was so cool. Selena had some great work in this match. I really loved that. High-risk maneuvers by both men. In the end, Rey Mysterio was able to roll up inside cradle, I believe it was, on Santos Escobar to pick up the victory. This was a back-and-forth action. Like, I wouldn't say Rey Mysterio totally beat Santos. Like, he did. He got the 1-2-3. But, man, I want to see a rematch between these two. This was such a sweet match. I loved it. Right after the match, the Street Profits. This is how they proved themselves to Bobby Lashley. They run out after the match is over. After these men had a 30-minute match, they come out and then they beat him down. That is not proving yourself to Bobby Lashley. And Bobby Lashley was happy about this. He came out and he's like, oh, great job beating those guys up. And then Joaquin Wilde came out and the rest of the LWO, and then they beat him down. I was like, bro, how are you guys proud right now? They just had a long freaking match and you're beating them down? Like, how is that proving yourself to the Almighty? But Almighty was happy. As far as this match, freaking loved it. Rey Mysterio retains, and I want to see a rematch. Charlotte Flair went one-on-one with Bayley. This match was okay. In the end, we did see Charlotte hit the spear on Bayley and to pick up the victory. After the match, Bayley and the rest of Damage Control looked to do a 3-on-1 attack on Charlotte, but then here comes Asuka. Asuka helps out Charlotte, so then it's not a 3-on-1 assault. She evens up the odds, and then Asuka says something in Japanese, and then Bayley responds to that by saying, oh yeah, that means Io Sky, Charlotte, and Asuka want you in a triple threat match at Fastlane. And then Io Sky's like, no, that's not what she said, because Io Sky speaks Asuka's language, so like, she's like, no, that's not what she said. It's like Bayley's trying to screw over Io Sky, her own tag team partner, just proving that she's jealous of Io Sky being the women's champion. It's so obvious, man. She's trying to make her lose the belt. I hope she doesn't lose it just to shove it in Bayley's face, for real. They said all night that John Cena wasn't at SmackDown, and then his jet finally landed. It was a breaking news segment. Oh, Cena finally landed. He's pulling up to the arena. He pulls up in a Mustang, which I got WrestleMania flashbacks from that. I was like, that is freaking sick. Cena drifts the corner, drives into the arena, comes out and says how he has a contract with one signature on his side and then two on the other side, Jimmy and Solo. Gonna do a 1-on-2 handicap match. Easy as that. He gets interrupted by Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso. They both come out. They look to take out John Cena. John Cena's pissed off, so he's not having it. Cena starts brawling with the Bloodline, and then they look like they're about to do a massive dive to the outside by Solo Sikoa. I'm like, no way that is happening. Solo's like close to probably 300, and like he's literally about to jump to the outside. Nope. L.A. Knight. Yeah, LA Knight comes out to help out John Cena and even up the odds and sign the damn contract. LA Knight signed the contract, making it a 2-on-2 tag team match at Fastlane. Oh my gosh, I love it. Because last week I heard that LA Knight did get COVID-19, so he was not able to pull up to the arena. But he's cleared now, baby. He's here. He's teaming with Cena. He looks healthy. He looks great. And it's going to be an awesome tag team match at freaking Fastlane. I cannot wait, dude. Look at that. Let's go. Cena and Knight. Come on. I'm hyped. I'm very, very hyped for this. That was SmackDown in a WWE action figure setup style. SmackDown this week, not bad. I really enjoyed the matches. I enjoyed the Cena stuff. Great stuff from this show, man. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5, just like Raw. Just let me know your rankings for both shows down in the comments down below. Your favorite things, your least favorite things, and I will see you guys next time. This is Bretto Live, signing out.